Tony D and Little Joan with your Screenwriter's Rant on Jericho Ridge. Pretty much a modern day Western. Smash like and subscribe. Thank you for smash liking and subscribing. Check out my books. Links in the description. Comedy Heart in South Jersey. It's the Pineys, books 1 through 13, available at Amazon.com. Don't forget, Kindle Unlimited is free. So this is a pretty classic premise. It's a police station out in the middle of nowhere. Looks like a captured criminal, and some other criminals show up to free him, and they're just going to shoot everybody in the area. It starts off with this deputy being called in. She seems to have a limp. I don't know if it's a previous injury or she is actually disabled. I don't know. I wouldn't put it past Hollywood, but this is more of an indie movie. So I'm not sure if they're going for that kind of woke points. Yeah, the main character's black and a woman, but any character could work in this situation. And in fact, a woman is a little more vulnerable in the situation, so it makes it better for a protagonist. But she's called up because there is a robbery up at Jericho Ridge. They broke into the police station, stole a bunch of guns. I'm not sure why they would have a lot of weapons at a police station in a remote area that wasn't guarded 24/7, but there you go. And then things just kind of spiral from there. Yeah, see here, she's using is she disabled? That looks like the kind of cane that disabled people use all the time. Not something that was a temporary injury. I don't know. But, so here's the robbery, and then she comes up there. It's all routine in the first act. The sheriff is worried about getting his guns back because it's an election year. So he takes in a guy, but suddenly the police station is attacked, I think, by the guys with the missing guns. So everybody's killed except her, and I think her brother shows up for some reason. And then this is the guy she captured. So this is like a classic Wild West setup. The sheriff is the only good guy in town. He's got some bad guy in the cell, and then a bunch of bad guys come in to free him. So rather than free him, and this is her brother, I think, she makes a stand inside the police station, and it's a sort of cat and mouse game. They keep shooting the place up. They're outgunned and outnumbered, but she's going to win somehow. And so it's a lot of back and forth and a lot of intense shooting. So it looks good. I mean, you can't beat a classic Western setup like this. And it's all gunplay. I guess she captures this guy and uses him as a human shield because that's the guy they're after. I think that's her brother. So it looks pretty action-packed. So I would think the first act is going to be the setup, of course. She arrives in Jericho Ridge. It's in a remote location, but she's a deputy, so I think she's probably being called in maybe from another district to help out. Things are bad. And and then you might get the setup, oh, I might stop by tonight, from her brother. Oh, I'll stop by and say hi to you or whatever. So they set up that the place was robbed, and the sheriff's going to go in and take out these guys. We need your assist. And so as the deputy, as a low-ranking member or a member of another jurisdiction, she's there for support. So she stays in the police station while they go arrest the guy, and they arrest him. So they bring him back to the station, and as they're about to bring him inside, and they already got one guy in the station, I guess they already arrested, there's a gunfight, and they're all killed. The guys in the car are killed, the other two police officers. So this is the second act. She sends out a mayday, but they're in such a remote location, she doesn't know when they'll get there. She has to hold out. At the same time, somehow her brother blunders into the place, not knowing what's going on, and then he gets caught up too. So she locks the place down and then makes a stand against the bad guys, probably arms her brother, while the prisoner is like, "Let me out, man, let me out." So there's a lot of gunplay in the second act, I'll say. And then the third act, we probably get the idea that there is no cavalry coming for some reason. Either maybe the bad guys have it in with the local police, or that her call never got through for whatever reason. So she's on her own and she has to confront the last guy. She's got probably, it looks like she captures the guy thereafter who got arrested in their gang, right? Not the guy that's already in jail, but maybe the guy that they were bringing in a car. She looks like she runs out there and gets into a shootout to bring him inside the police station. So maybe she has two of the gang, but at some point I think they capture her brother, and then it's like, well, we'll do a trade, and she's forced to have sort of a final confrontation, but she knows they're not going to let her live and her brother live. So it probably comes down to the wire as she ends up shooting everybody. So I think this could be good. Yeah, it looks action-packed. I mean, the trailer looks gangbusters, quite frankly. Good job to whoever cut this. This is kind of exciting shoot 'em up that people like. It doesn't matter the race or gender of the main character. It's action, 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 wall to wall. Not getting a lecture, action. So I'm fine with that. If that's what the trailer is, if you throw in some lines there, it could ruin the whole thing. But it looks fine. Yeah, no other intel on it. Not sure when it comes out. This is the kind of movie that can come out almost anytime. Feels a bit like a winter movie, so probably end of February, because there's snow on the ground in the movie. Beginning of March, perhaps. Probably don't want to put it out in the spring. Doesn't feel like a spring movie, maybe. But it's a small movie, probably goes right to streaming. I don't recognize any of the actors. But it looks action-packed, so can't beat that. Anyhow, that's it for me, Tony D and Little Joan. Check us out on Odysee, Bitchute, and Rumble for our more bass takes. If you can find a more bass take, I say take it. I will be at Valenzano Winery on Friday. That's January 19th from 4 to 6. And I'll be doing my talk on how to hunt the Jersey Devil. Hope to see you there. We'll see you in the next one.